Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the Far Off Films podcast. And today, I have brought a special guest on, Jasper, my boyfriend.
Hi, gamers. Hi.
Hello.
Yay, hello.
Yay.
Yay. Who are you?
Yes.
Explain yourself. Why are you here other than nepotism?
Oh, it's just the nepotism.
Oh, just the nepotism. Okay.
I'm also a big
At least
fan
you're
of the
honest,
climb.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Big fan of the climb. Big fan of cats. Yeah.
Cats
Big
the
fan
movie?
of onions.
No. Cats, Puss and Boots cats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking Tom Hooper fan over here? Jesus.
Yeah.
No.
I'm also a big fan of cats.
Well, if we're speaking about cats, should we just get straight into the cat movie?
Don't you guys do like a little news
I
thing,
guess
though?
so. I
We
mean,
do
Yeah,
do a little
Idris
news
Elba
thing,
was
but
really
we're kind of struggling.
There's nothing that's
time.
happened. I don't want to talk about the Golden
yeah, plus there's
Globes.
nothing's like talking, there's nothing to
Didn't-
talk about anyway, so
Didn't
it's
that
like,
one guy get
I mean,
stabbed
unless
or
we
something?
really...
Oh yeah,
Excuse me?
Jeremy Renner got like stabbed by like plowing some snow
Oh, yeah,
or
but
something.
No, he got
Wait,
ran
no,
over
no,
by...
no, no, no.
He got ran
Yeah,
over
he got
by
run
a
over
snow
by his-
plow.
Oh.
Yeah, he got run
He got
over by a
stabbed.
plow because... Yeah, what? Those are, like, that's not the same thing at all. Yeah. No, apparently what happened is, he tried to, like, help another person, like, that was stuck in the snow or whatever, but he didn't, like,
And then
properly park his snowplow, so...
Yeah, and then
so it
somehow
just kind
he
of,
got
like...
ran over.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
got run
God.
over by his own
Really
thing,
cool.
and now he's in, like, in the hospital under, like, critical condition. It's really fucked up. I mean, he did a good thing, but still, Jesus. You know?
So everyone
And all
pray
the
for Jeremy Renner.
all the MCU people on Reddit were saying, if he does die, I feel like we're in the good position for Hawkeye's character. So if he does die, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Oh my
That's-
God,
Those,
I
are-
fucking
those are
hate these Marvel
unironic.
fans.
Those are
Jesus
unironic comments I
fucking
saw on
Christ.
Reddit.
I mean, to
It
be
was
fair,
insane.
I kind of like. It's like, oh no, Hawkeye is dead. Like who cares
Do we
about
really care about
Hawkeye?
Hawkeye?
Like, no one.
Ain't nobody watched the... Did anyone in this call watch the Hawkeye TV show?
No.
I
No.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
I
anymore?
don't give a shit about Marvel anymore. I don't.
Yeah,
I
same.
just don't give a fuck. You know,
Except
like when they
Spider-Man.
just started spamming all these
And
shows.
Guardians
Yeah,
of
of
the
course,
Galaxy.
except Spider-Man. Yeah, but like I just don't give a fucking shit about Marvel anymore. These shows are just
You
so
still watch all those
I
movies,
tried
though, Timmy.
watching. Yeah, no, but like
I don't watch the shows.
No, but here's the thing. I slowly started seeing your perspective, Luca, because I think it was like halfway during like Thor: Love and Thunder when I realized, man, I am really wasting my time watching all these movies in theaters, you know? Like
Exactly.
it's just holy shit. It's like it's such a waste of time. And when I tried watching Loki just purely because everyone has been telling me that's like the best Marvel show.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
2 episodes in, I'm so fucking bored. I don't give a fuck. I'm
It's so...
holy shit.
boring.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this is the best one, then it's like, then I don't give a shit about any of these, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
If
I was curious to
Curiosity-
check out She-Hulk
Oh,
purely
why?
because of, like, the man nerds were, like, raging about how, like, women are, like, bad or something, but, like,
No,
that's
but
not
big,
enough for
strong
me
women.
to watch the fucking show. So,
A woman can't
Yeah,
be big
'cause, like,
and
that
strong.
doesn't
What the
exist.
hell? Yeah.
yeah, that's impossible, yeah.
Am I living a
Yeah,
lie?
if Curiosity's
Anyway, that's-
really
No,
biting at me,
it's
it's on
just
Disney
the-
Plus forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's no skin on my ass because I'm not even paying for my Disney Plus account. I'm using my friend's Disney Plus account, so you know,
Based.
it's no expense on me. So yeah,
You're not
So,
financially supporting this nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo! I'm not financially supporting one of the most financially successful and wealthiest film companies in the world. Oh, boo-hoo!
This is a call for a
So
boycott.
wow,
Uh-huh.
I guess I had more to say about the news than I thought, but it was just me ranting for like 5 minutes. So
Everything,
even about
everything
Jeremy
remotely
Renner.
Marvel related turns into Marvel hatred.
pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I can just imagine like Marvel fanboys being like, you don't fucking. This is something I seriously was told where it's like, yeah, Phase 4 was bad, but it needs to be properly set up so that we can have even more exciting stories and adventures in Phase 5. Because they were like, in Phase 1 wasn't good, but it's like, but we needed Phase 1 in order for the next phase to be good. And I'm like, what? Like. I don't.
They're all cocks.
It's just that like
they're just getting shit on and just accept it.
Yeah, no, it's just. I mean, it's one thing to just tell me that like film isn't like art or whatever because you got mad when I said that like Marvel movies are like suck or some shit. And it's like I'm supposed to turn my brain off or whatever dumb fucking argument these people come up with. But it's like quite another thing when I need to like accept that this is bullshit so that I can wait for the good shit to happen. It's like this is why like most shows suck. It's like they keep saying, "Oh, just you have to wait until episode 20 for this shit to be good." It's like shut the fuck up. It's like if I have to wait a certain amount of time for something to be fucking good, then it probably wasn't fucking good to begin with.
Yeah,
if
kind
you
of like
ever
Dune.
fuck, fuck you. Yeah, if you ever want to see like if you ever want to see like an insane level of copium, if anyone wants to see that, just go to the r/Marvel Studios subreddit and go to the search bar and type up Scorsese and just see what comes up.
Oh
No.
my god, I'm good. I don't need to see that shit. Yeah.
Anyway, fuck Marvel. Let's get on to the movie topic.
Yeah. Speaking of things that are actually good, we saw
Pussy and Boots.
Pussy and Boobs.
Pussy
and Boobs, The Last Wish. Yeah, The Last Wish.
Last wish for Pussy and Boobs.
Yeah, and
That was his
I don't know
last
about
wish.
you guys.
I mean, it was like he got the pussy and boobs at the end.
What?
What?
You got
He
boobs
did.
at the end? I don't remember this.
Yeah, he got the girlfriend.
Yeah, he got
Oh wait, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. I was
You got
like, was there a
pussy and
deleted
boobs.
scene that I fucking don't remember?
No, you didn't watch the proper
the Pussy
ending,
and
Timmy.
Boots
You gotta go
comes
find
out.
that on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I didn't see the director's cut, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's my mistake. Yeah.
You didn't see the Rule 34
yeah, what did you
cut.
guys think? What did you guys think? I thought this was
it was-
fucking awesome. I really,
yeah.
really loved this. Yeah.
I think it's DreamWorks' best movie since like maybe Kung Fu Panda 2. It's definitely their best in like years. It's like a really, really solid film.
When was DreamWorks' last like great film? Because
Kung Fu-
I remember
Actually, no,
I enjoyed
that's-
the third How to
That's a
Train Your
lie.
Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon 2 was their last like really great film.
I remember enjoying How to Train Your Dragon 3, but I don't think that one was as good as
Yeah.
the first two.
That's
So
not-
yeah,
that was not
I'm
that
genuinely asking what was their last like great one. It must
How to
have
Train Your
been How to
Dragon 2.
Train Your Dragon 2.
Which was 2014.
This one was their last great one.
It was fucking Boss Baby 2. What are you talking about? Jesus.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Classic.
Tobey Maguire.
Anyway, what did
Everyone
you get-
loved that movie.
Yeah.
But they put Boss Baby.
So
Gun
yeah,
shooter
Jasper,
Alec
Luca,
Baldwin.
what did you guys think about Pussy and Boobs? Yeah.
Big fan of Pussy and Boobs. Fuck, I really like the animation. I thought the people animation was a bit shit because it was very Pixar-y, and I kind of like the Shrek style of like kind of realistic humans and then bullshit happening. But I really love the animation, like especially in the fight scenes and stuff. They did such a good job. They did such a slay.
Oh yeah, the first 10 minutes of this film, the animation is just fucking gorgeous to look
Mind-blowing.
at. Like
So good.
that scene where he's like, you know, like when the giant like tries to hit him with like the bell and he's like dodging it like while like traversing like the
Yeah.
buildings and shit. Like that was awesome.
Such a
I honestly almost nutted because of how good the animation looked. It's so
I almost started
fucking
crying.
well animated and so realized. Yeah, no, exactly.
Only real men
Yeah.
cry in Puss and Boots: The Last Wish.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. I had
Did you-
more
I was
of an
gonna-
emotional reaction with this one than Avatar 2, if I'm being honest.
I was gonna say,
So-
in
but
the-
Avatar is
in the-
not an emotional movie.
They
Yeah.
think it is. They try to make it an emotional movie.
Yeah.
Just watch it for the effects.
Luca, what did you think? Sorry, we didn't get your general thoughts.
Yeah, I love Puss in Boots too. I think I kind of caught it before like the hype was real for it. Like I watched it like the day before everyone was like, "Oh shit, this is actually like such a masterpiece." I went before everyone. I got
You
introduced
went there by a
to
strange set of circumstances.
It was never like this. I was there.
I was the OG Puss in Boots 2 supporter. And yeah, no, I loved it. I loved every aspect of the animation, and like just like there was so many great stuff, like the art direction as well. Just everything felt like it was like storyboarded perfectly to like and choreographed perfectly to fit like this like fairy tale
and when the
world.
things hit, there was little drawings of sparks.
Yeah, there was like such great interactive thing, like how everything interacted with one another. And I honestly like.
Yeah,
I think this is better than Spider-Verse. I
Really? I think I still like Spider-Verse.
I don't think
more.
and choreography
I also like
and the
Spider-Verse more
action
than this.
that reign over Spider-Verse, and I'm the only person on the planet that's gonna think that, but I stay true to my opinions.
Wow, controversial figure.
Well,
I would
I'll
rather
give you
be a furry
this. I
supporter
think
than a Marvel supporter. So, bam.
I mean, they're both basically
They're the
anime,
same
so
thing.
you're basically an anime supporter at the end, and that makes me happy. So yeah,
We're all big fans
Family
of
Guy.
that.
Yeah, no, I was kind of surprised how. I mean, the art direction and the animation is obviously fucking awesome, but it's. This is the difference between this and the Bad Guys. Like the Bad Guys, like they use this very same like animation style, but it like in this one it just actually works. It like fits the tone, and it fits like the character of Puss in Boots, because you know like these movies, like these Shrek films have always been like parodies of fairy tales. This one like not only feels feels parody in that sense, because it's still like, you know, making jokes and making parody like angles on like classic fairy tales, but like the
Jiminy
actual look
Cricket.
of the film, like it genuinely looks like kind of like a pop-up book, like come to life, you know. It's like I don't know if you guys seen The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. It's a Studio Ghibli film,
I've seen,
or even like
15
Wolfwalkers.
minutes.
Like I've got like very
Wolfwalkers.
Wolfwalker vibes from
Yeah.
this film, where it's like the animation just really like pops. It just like it really just comes to life. It's almost like opening up a fairy tale book and like just seeing it like animate itself. It's like it's in that way. It's like it's so great. It really complements like the actual vibe and the story and the tone that they're going for. Like with the Bad Guys, it just felt like that was just kind of a gimmick. It's like, look, cool animation, but like it wasn't really in service of anything. But this one, like it actually fit like the characters and the tone, if I'm being honest. So
Yeah, but I'd honestly rather, even if the Bad Guys like didn't, it was just using cool animation just to look pretty. Like I'd rather have that than, you know, just normal bullshit like Pixar, or not Pixar.
You mean you
but
wouldn't have
Illumination animation?
You wouldn't like
you know?
Boss Baby? Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd rather have the Bad Guys like actually trying to do something interesting with the style than I don't know, Minions
That's
4
fair.
and 5 and 6 and 7.
Yeah, when's the next Minions movie coming out? Is that coming out this year?
2024.
No.
It's coming out.
Well-
It's coming out next year.
Yeah, and
Okay,
it's
cool,
the next
I'm hyped.
Despicable Me, not the next Minions.
Yeah.
But apparently
Despicable
there's a
Me
difference
4.
between the two
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
Who knew
Yeah,
that
and
Puss in Boots...
The MCU is very
that Puss in
complicated.
Boots 2... Who knew that Puss in Boots 2 would be the best Pinocchio film of the year?
Yeah!
Like...
Guys!
Yeah.
like,
that's true. I didn't
Jiminy
really think
Cricket's
about
been
that.
everywhere
Yeah, like
this year.
yeah.
yeah, and the joke was genuinely like made me laugh out loud.
Hysterical.
Like the scene where little baby John Mulaney was like doing his little dance, and then Pinocchio, he has like a crowd of people. It's like no strings attached on me, and then John Mulaney's like, what's the what's so special? I've been a boy my whole life. You know, that genuinely made me laugh out loud. I was crying.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's a-
it's this. this film is surprisingly funny. Like I was surprised how often I laughed, and even like with jokes that I honestly didn't expect for them to make. Like when the little dog was like, "Yeah, I go by a lot of nicknames like shit, shit for brains and stuff like that." I was like shocked. I was like, I miss this because like these are the type of jokes that the old Shrek films would have made, and like this is like. I almost felt a rush of nostalgia. It's like I didn't think I'd get crude humor from like DreamWorks like this again.
Yeah.
But like
I think
they somehow did it.
Yeah,
and it works so well. You know, it's like you'd think that they would sound like the edgiest shit ever, but like those kinds of jokes work surprisingly well. You know, like and even the jokes where they aren't the crudest humor in the world, like that. Like the joke that always gets me. Is that one scene where like the dog and Puss meet for the first time, and he starts speaking Spanish, and he's like, "Oh, you speak Spanish? Like I can speak Spanish too." And he's like, "I don't speak Spanish either." Like the thing he said earlier was like, "No hablo inglés," and he's like, "Oh, I can speak Spanish too," and he speaks Spanish, and then he's like, "I don't speak Spanish either," and it's like, oh my god, it's like it doesn't. It's not try-hardy. It's like it's genuinely funny,
like, hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. It's so fucking hilarious. I found this film absolutely funny.
Yeah.
So.
I like that they were able to balance like the humor of making fun of fairy tales while also just kind of being like a not generic, but like simple fairy tale story
in it.
Yeah, because like
exactly.
Wishing
Yeah, like
Star, like stuff like that. Like, but they and like you know, there's a lot of like kind of normal magic stuff, but the film knows what it is and like uses that to its advantage to like play with the stuff. Like one of the notable lines is like when they're walking through the pocket full of posies, and then Puss and like Softpaws are just like, this is so corny, like what the fuck. like like they know what it is and they know the type of story that they're making, but they use that to their advantage to be self-aware about it and make great jokes with it.
So like Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Shrek.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is
like
what
Shrek.
I wanted the original Puss and Boots film to be, because like the original Puss and Boots film, I saw it after I saw this one, and it was like it was so like it was just what there was no parody angle to it. Yet, like it was fully committing to its fairy tale like adventure movie, but it wasn't like there was no like satirical angle to it. There was no parody to it. It played everything straight, and it just made for a much more boring and unengaging film. This one like
had a lot more
this
cats.
one. Yeah, exactly. And this one was like more in line with what I wanted the first film to be, you know, like have that like parody angle to it, like the other Shrek films, but like still like I don't know, be the kind of like swashbuckling adventure film that the first Puss in Boots was, because like the action in this film was surprisingly great. Like there was never a moment where the action was like didn't leave me exhilarated. Like the final fight between him and Death is seriously one of the most entertaining fights I think I've sat through all like in 2022. Can we talk about the character of Death for a second? Holy fucking
what a
shit!
furry
He was
icon.
terrifying.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a furry icon, but he was genuinely like one of the most threatening villains that I think DreamWorks has put out since like I don't know, Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2. Yeah, like he was.
The
oh my
family
god,
in front
he was
of me
such.
was like terrified whenever he came on screen.
Oh yeah, there was a small child that was crying every time he showed up. It's like you've written a really
young.
You've written a really great villain when
you've written some kids like childhood trauma that they're gonna bring up in like 15 years and be like, oh, remember when the Death from that one Puss in Boots movie?
Remember when Death?
Speaking of, did you guys notice him in the background of that one scene at the beginning where Puss in Boots is singing like "Who's your favorite hero"? You can actually like see him in the background. Yeah.
That's
really?
So cool.
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
I didn't notice
that either. That's cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's a slay.
Yeah. No, that's what I love about this character. He's like.
Oh.
Oh shit! Cool. That's him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh my god! Holy Christ! Jesus Christ! I did not know. Yeah, that's.
That makes me wonder if he's also in the background of like every single one of like his deaths, like when they count down all his deaths.
I don't think so, because those death scenes are like, quite short and quite focused.
I know, but like
Yeah,
that would be really cool because there's a
I
line
think if you-
where he was like, "I was there for every single one of your deaths." Like that would be really cool. But yeah, I liked all those little deaths.
You know when
scenes.
they
Yeah, that would've been
in the
cool.
embroidered like material when they're counting down the deaths. I think he's kind of like his likeness is kind of like stitched into it, so that's how they kind of do it. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dang, no, that
Yeah, no,
that little,
that-
little
I-
death scene was so cool. Like where it was showing all his previous lives and deaths. Like that was actually quite good.
When he
That was
said a
actually
cat
quite
always lands on its feet and jumped off a tower.
Yeah, those were surprisingly hilarious. Like I was, like that. I was busting out bawling during his last death, where Gingy goes like, "Puss, I think you put the oven too hot," or whatever. And he's like, "Nonsense! I'm a master baker. Watch." And it's
Yeah.
it's. You would think that in a movie like this that have such very distinct tones that it just wouldn't work at all, but it surprisingly works. Like the deaths themselves are treated as gags, but when they're reintroduced and when they're reincorporated with the context that now Death is chasing after Puss in Boots, like it kind of makes Puss's lives, like in retrospect, like really it's like he said, it's like you never took any of your lives seriously, like you never, like your all your deaths were so frivolous, it's like you never enjoyed life. It's like, and he's like, but wait, I'm still alive, like you can't come after me. And he's like, well, you don't value this life any more than you did the other lives, so it's like it doesn't matter. I might as well just take it now. It's like it's so interesting. It's so. And the best part is, it's like it doesn't treat me like I'm fucking stupid. It's like it genuinely like doesn't hold my hand in that sense. It's like, this is what's happening. This is like the kind of character dynamic, and this is the sort of character arc that Puss has to essentially grow. Like there's this really interesting angle where where he's like, oh, I have to live up to the legend. I am Puss in Boots. Like I laugh at the face of death. But when he's kind of like reduced to like our level, essentially, by having only one life, and where death is like confronting him, he kind of has to like look at himself and go, is being the legend as great as I think it is, or is it really more important to just spend the remaining life I have with like the people that matter to me most? And that's how he beats death, not because like he got a power up or some bullshit like that. Like it's him like in valuing life and enjoying life to its fullest. Like that's how he beats death at the end. And I think like that's a really smart and really like inspiring way to end your fucking Puss in Boots movie. It's like it's really amazing. So
yeah, I also like that nobody got the wish.
And the oh yeah,
like I
great.
feel like it could have gone like really weird, like if I don't know, maybe the dog got
What do you
the
mean?
wish or something.
I thought they were
like,
gonna give it
I
to the
don't
dog.
know. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the dog would be the second best option. But, like, it was kind of cool that in the end they were all like, nah, you know what, it's fine, things are cool.
You don't need wishes.
yeah,
I feel like the wish could have been
You
a
already
bit
have
of,
one.
like,
it was
like a cop-out.
yeah,
like a
it
shortcut
was
for something.
surprisingly yeah, I thought it would end or at least like I thought it would end like John Mulaney's character would have been like wished, but he got like pranked at the end or something like that. I don't know.
Like
I was
an
kind
Aladdin.
Did kinda
of
get
something
pranked.
like that.
He got
Yeah.
fucked by Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so. Ooh, I didn't realize was Jiminy Cricket going for like a Jimmy Stewart type thing or whatever, because I remember I saw It's a Wonderful Life like a couple of weeks before I saw this, and it's like, is this going for a similar thing? I didn't really know for sure, so
I think it was just supposed to be a parody of Jiminy Cricket. Like, yeah.
But in all
Okay,
fairness,
yeah.
I've never watched this one.
He's called like the
And I-
Ethical Cricket or something.
I found him so hilarious. It's like that scene where it's like, "You're horrible. You're an irredeemable monster," and then John Mulaney goes,
figured that out
"Oh,
already."
what took you so long, idiot?" It's oh my god, I was having so much fun, and I don't normally find John Mulaney funny, but I found all of his lines like so fucking funny. I was so entertained.
Wait, was he
from beginning
actually
to
played
end.
by John Mulaney? I thought you were making a meme. Wait, is he actually
No,
John
he
Mulaney?
was
no,
played
no.
by John Mulaney. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Fuck. Alright.
I wouldn't have committed this hard to a meme, but don't get me wrong.
Imagine being
But he
in,
is played.
in this and Chippendale Rescue Rangers in the same year.
Yeah, it's Don't remind me of that movie.
Being both.
I found it weirdly coincidental that he was in this and Spider-Verse. It's like,
Oh yeah.
they're both like Spider-Verse type movies. It's like, it's crazy that it happened twice sort of meme, you know? So, and he surprisingly worked. Like, John Mulaney's character reminded me of like the classic Shrek villains. Like, he reminded me of like Lord Farquaad or like the fairy godmother and stuff. So like, he was more of like a traditional Shrek villain that I'm kind of used to. But I think him and like putting him and Death in the same movie was kind of like a refreshing change of pace, because like Death is not a character we've ever like seen in any of these movies. Like he was so unique and so refreshing. But I think also having John Mulaney was also like a necessity as well, because like, you know, like we don't want to make the movie too dour, we don't want to make the movie too serious. We still need to have like that funny like Lord Farquaad / fairy godmother / Rumpelstiltskin type villain,
like,
and I think he fit that
villain.
very well. Yeah, exactly. The meme
also,
villain,
like,
the goofy villain.
Yeah, I think also like John Mulaney is just like genuinely a good voice actor. Like, there's a lot of bullshit of like regular ass actors.
Have you seen?
There's
I was gonna say, have you seen
like,
Chippendale? He's not great in that one. Yeah.
No, but like, you know, they'll have like
That's
Chris
a phoning
Pratt
it in
as
moment
a voice
for John
actor.
Mulaney.
But like, Chris Pratt is not a voice actor. Like, he's a regular ass actor. Like, his voice acting is so flat.
In the Lego movie, he's good.
Yeah,
but like the Lego movie was like, he fit that, like, you know, like, but that's not applicable to everything.
Yeah,
like, I would hate that if that was fucking Mario, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is Mario.
This is the.
Yeah.
Is anyone actually gonna watch the Mario
Unfortunately.
movie? You guys gonna cover it?
Yeah.
I'll be.
Oh, shit.
I'll be.
It's Mario.
Yeah, I mean,
babe.
obviously, if we're, yeah, hell yeah, we got to talk about
Anya Taylor-Joy
greatest
as
movie all
Princess
time.
Peach.
Yeah, and Charlie Day is Luigi.
And
So.
Seth Rogen as
Wake up,
Donkey
Babe
Kong.
Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I think my favorite scene was that moment where it was the first fight between Puss and Death, and when blood started like coming down from like Puss's head, and he's like, "What's the matter? Like, life flashing before your lives or whatever." Like, that was such a great way to set both the tone, but also like the actual conflict and plot, because him running away terrified from death was like something that, again, I've never seen in not just any Shrek film, but like just in any DreamWorks film in general, you know. Like, I don't remember How to Train Your Dragon 2 or Kung Fu Panda 2 going this hard with its serious tone, you know. Like, this is I was surprised how invested I was in this story and in these characters, you know. Like, I don't think there was a single moment where the film slogged. Like, I was never bored or never like unengaged with what was happening. Like, I was so into it. And I don't know about you guys, but that's just how I felt. So
Yeah.
I think it gets a bit slow when it goes to...
Some of the textures were a bit bad. Like again, the human animation, it was not the greatest. And then like some of the textures, like the bears, I just did not vibe with how they textured the bears' fur.
I was gonna say, how did you guys feel about Florence Pugh as Goldilocks?
I wasn't entirely sold on that voice, but yeah, she was fine.
I think the child bear was like the only annoying character in this film.
I also didn't like the child bear's design, like the blue and that. I have some nitpicky complaints about the child bear.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't like the. I would say.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I would say I don't think I liked any of the bears' designs just in general. I mean, like, they were like fine, but like compared to everyone else, they were like whatever. You know,
I think the parent bears were done well. Like, they definitely had the vibe of like British parents. I like the dad being a bit more like Cockney. I'll spit in your mouth. Noel Fielding eel song.
I didn't realize Olivia Colman was the mom until like halfway through the movie. I was like, wait, is that Olivia Colman?
She is the British
Winstone
mother.
was the dad?
Sorry?
Did you know that Ray Winstone was the dad?
Yeah, I also didn't realize that until like 2/3 into the film. I was like, "Holy shit, that's Ray Winstone, right?" Yeah. So, yeah, and the son is played by the guy who was in Our Flag Meets Death. I don't remember what his name was, but I remember he was in that show. I don't know if you guys
Taika
seen
Waititi was in
Our
this
Flag
movie,
Meets Death.
guys. Nobody told me.
Oh Christ!
Lightyear was so good.
Yeah, I think the only voice actor that was kind of distracting for me was Florence Pugh, but that's purely because, you know, like, Florence Pugh is like a super famous actress. It's like, and like, she kind of stood out because it's like everyone else felt like their voice like was like very appropriate for their characters, but Florence Pugh just felt like celebrity of the week sort of thing. Like, let's just plop her into the movie because, like, you know, she's the hottest thing right now. I don't know.
Honestly
I mean, she's
didn't
still
know it was Florence Pugh.
Really? Okay, because I knew that was her
the
like
face
from the
that
very
Jasper was
beginning.
making,
So
I
did I.
didn't think he knew it was her either.
I was just into the British accents because you know me. I love a shitty British accent.
Yeah, I know.
Big fan, number one fan of shitty British accents over here.
But I think Antonio Banderas did a fantastic job as
Oh,
Puss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
he's a really
it's
good
crazy.
voice actor, surprisingly.
yeah,
Puss and
surprisingly,
Boots'
like,
voice
it's
is so
crazy.
iconic.
Yeah, no, it's crazy that like he's been playing this character since like what, like 2004? Like when did when did
yeah.
Shrek 2 Yeah, like it's crazy he's played this character for like almost 20 years. And it's like but he still fully commits to it. Like he's still like you can tell he's really passionate about this character cuz like it was especially apparent to me during that like fight scene with the giant where you know, you could really hear and like you can really like feel the enthusiasm he has, like the way he like says like, you know, hey giants, like you want to see something cool, or like fear me if you dare, you know, like all the iconic lines and stuff like that. It's like you can tell he's super into it. Like he does not like he fully commits to this role. Like
He doesn't hold back.
Yeah, he doesn't hold back. You know, like Antonio Banderas has been in shit movies, obviously. You know, like Spy Kids and all that crap. But it's
Whoa,
like,
no.
You can't be saying slanderous things about Spy Kids. That's unacceptable.
You're right. I'm sorry. Those are masterpieces. What am I talking about? He's only been in Kino. Yeah. Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is like he's fantastic in this. Like he fully commits. Like I was like just enamored like with his performance, and like same with like Salma Hayek. Like I never gave a shit about like Kitty Softpaws and like in the first Puss in Boots film. But, like, in this one, the way they, like, introduce her character and, like, the way that, like, she's written, like, honestly, I was like, wow, I have never given a shit about this character until now, like, because of this movie. Like, it's crazy. So.
Yeah. No, I literally don't remember her from the first movie.
We should probably
yeah, she was just
move
there to
on,
be
though.
She was just there.
the
She
hot
was just
female cat. Yeah. Sorry, we just have a lot to say. It's like, this is genuinely a great movie.
I know.
So.
It's just
but we can wrap it up.
Yeah, time pressured here, so...
I know.
I will say, though, like,
Alright.
I think my favorite shot was, like, the shot of, like, Puss walking away from the church, and, like, I really like how they integrated the romance between the two...
The kitty cats.
Yeah, the two cats. Yeah.
When are we gonna
it felt
see
very
two
mature
furries
and
kiss?
stuff.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
No, wait for
I'm
the
not a
fan
furry
art.
myself.
That wolf is gonna have so much horny fan art. You are not gonna believe it. Like, guys, you're gonna have to avoid the internet. This is serious.
Is he gonna be-
see
is he gonna be the next-
disgusting looking like Jack
He's
Horner
the next
fan art.
Zootopia. Guys,
I was gonna
he's the
say,
next
is he gonna be
Zootopia.
like the next, like, Lola Bunny or some shit? Or
Yeah, guys, they made
This ain't
a
your
hot
mom's
edgy
little
wolf.
bunny. This is death.
Oh my god, Death is so hot. You know, so I genuinely loved it. Like, I would kiss him. Like, that's how much I
You
love that
wouldn't.
character.
Yeah, no, the
He could've gave it
emo
death.
people are gonna love him.
Emo furries all
Yeah.
around the world. They're ready.
DreamWorks must have
Anyway.
known what
Yeah,
they were
like-
doing. They were like, we're being so clever. We can draw the emo market, one of the hardest
Yeah.
markets to capitalize
Yeah, no,
on.
like, I didn't get all the people simping for, like, Jeffrey Dahmer in that fucking, like, Netflix show, but I totally get the
I get
simping
this
for,
one.
like, Death in this one. Yeah, so. Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
perfect.
if we're wrapping it up,
Yeah.
I'm giving
I
this
got
one
I got
a
one more
9
thing
out
to
of
talk
10.
about.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you guys about, you know, the moment where the baker's dozen like go over the cliff and like explode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my theater, when that happened, there was like a dad at the back of the theater who just thought that was like the funniest thing ever, and he just erupted into roars of laughter for like 2 solid minutes. Because he
Shout out to that dad.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell someone about that.
I relate to him because I also have a fucked up sense of humor at this point. So yeah. Anyway, 9 out of 10. I fucking loved it. I want to see it again. So yeah.
Yeah, easy. I could easy. It's sat at an 8, but fuck it, a 9. It was really good.
Yeah. Exactly. It's so good. Like, and the more you talk about it, the more you're even more in love with it. Like, that's how fantastic the film is. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm on the same page as Jules. Like, it's an 8 right now, and I've seen it twice. But maybe I can bump it up if I watch it again. But yeah, no, I really loved it. It was awesome. They didn't need to go this hard for a Puss and Boots movie, but they did it, and I'm so happy that they did it.
I'm glad they did.
And honestly, this makes me so excited for Shrek 5, because they basically tease Shrek 5 at the end. He's like, we're going to meet some old friends, and they show the far, far away. I honestly lost my shit. Like, I scared some kids next to me. Yeah, like, because I actually cheered. Like, fuck Marvel movies. Like, this is something worth cheering for. I was
Timmy's
so
like, this
fucking
is the cinematic
hyped.
universe we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 700 Shrek movies. I'm fucking in. Jesus.
I saw a video of some guy in a theater. When that comes up, you can just hear some guy in the background. He just shouts like, "Fuck yeah!"
That must have been me, because I was,
Yeah, it was probably
that
you.
was me. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Jasper, ratings?
I don't really rate movies. I'll also give it a
10 out of
9.
10.
It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, speaking of things that are like onions, we saw Glass Onion, the new.
Very quirky.
Pretty good. Good, right?
Speaking
Yeah.
of onions
I like
having
it.
layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
There
saw
was
the
an
new.
onion.
Speaking of
Knives
Magnolia
Out.
references,
Yeah, we saw the new Knives Out Ryan Johnson thing, Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. What did you guys think? I thought it was good.
it was delightful.
I felt like it slogged a bit at one point. Like, me, Luke, and another friend were watching it on New Year's, and we all kind of like, it got to a point and we all looked at each other. It was like, this kind of felt like it hit a wall a bit. Like, it just slowed down a lot.
Mhm.
I think it was good that they kind of almost replayed the whole movie with new context, but I also kind of hate that shit because it's like, we just watched this.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. And in all honesty, I kind of predicted the twist like 20 minutes into the movie, and when they actually did it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I do like that they played the same footage, but like with a new context. But it's like, yeah, it's like you said. It's like, I already fucking saw this shit, man. It's like, you don't need to play it again, you know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
What would have
basically
been more
made the second half
interesting-
of the movie like a montage.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
would have been more interesting is that if they just made the same movie but cut out all like the moments, like if they just start at the moment where Janelle Monáe's like other character or whatever is found dead, and we start from that point, like that would have been more interesting than whatever the fuck they did. Because like I think by starting at that point instead of just doing the movie again, it would actually like intrigue me enough to like watch the film again, you know, like because I feel like this is the kind of movie that like demands like multiple viewings or something, but it's like I have no interest in seeing this again, if I'm being honest. It's like I already got like that experience by like you just playing the movie again, you know, but whatever.
I think like the nice thing about watching a mystery movie is that like it becomes like a movie you can rewatch, because then you're like trying to see all the little bits that like hint to the twist. So when they kind of replayed it, it kind of lost that joy of a mystery movie. But I would rewatch that last scene where they're just trashing the house. Like that was a perfect ending. Oh wait, spoilers?
No, but apparently,
Yeah.
spoilers. We've been spoiling the like Puss and Boots too. It's fine, don't worry. Yeah,
They know at this
Luca, what
point.
did you think? Yeah, they know, but this is how our show is run. Yeah, Luca, what did you think?
I thought it was good, yeah. It was, like, enjoyable for what it was. Like, it was enjoyable as a movie in a Knives Out universe, I guess. Like,
Knives Out was better.
Yeah, the original
Yeah.
Knives Out is
Knives
Yeah,
Out
Knives
was
Out was
better.
better.
because I think
Yeah.
Knives Out struck a good balance of like replaying the movie but doing it in small segments and cutting to the present. And I thought that that's what this movie was going to do. But then they like replayed the whole second half of the movie like and I was like, when is it going to cut to the present again? Because
No, it
like,
just kept going.
and then it just kept going, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's a bit strange. But
By the time it got back to like where it had stopped to cut, I had like almost forgotten that the movie had happened up until that point. I was like, oh, okay, this is where we were. We're back on the page.
Oh
Alright,
yeah.
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I was just I didn't like love the first Knives Out. Like I thought it was good, but I didn't think like it was as amazing as everyone was like saying it was. Like I remember everyone was giving it like 9s or 10s and I was just super confused and I was like, "Really for this?" Like but at least like with the first Knives Out, like not only did I just think the characters were more interesting in the first one, I just thought like like the acting was better and just like I thought the social commentary of like the first Knives Out was just like not only more tastefully done but just like more just like appropriate I guess for the film. Like
It was
here
also
it's just
less
like
in your face.
yeah,
like,
like this
this
one
one
was
is
just so
very-
in your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
face about like
Bryan
like
Johnson went
I
way
think
hard.
it's yeah, it's just the moment where it's like Dave Bautista is just literally playing Andrew Tate. I was like, oh my fucking god,
Yeah,
like, I
no,
get
that
it.
was
so
we
funny.
get it. Yeah.
No, I couldn't. I love that character. I was like, this is what I came here for. This is what I needed, and I didn't know that I needed it. Out
Yeah,
Joe
it's
Rogan,
Edward
Andrew
Norton
Tate.
was surprisingly great. I really loved Edward Norton's character. I think he was my favorite character. He was probably the funniest in my opinion. So
Yes.
yeah.
Elon Musk
he did a good
idiot.
job.
yeah, he played Elon Musk very well. Yeah.
And the Theranos CEO in that one bit.
Who?
Oh, you don't know who? Oh, it's a long story, but there's a woman, a company called
She
Theranos
sold like a
that
blood testing thing that didn't work.
Oh, the fucking Elizabeth Holmes or whatever.
yeah,
her
Elizabeth
name is?
Holmes, yeah. They parodied
Yeah,
her
I
in
don't
that
know who
one
you were
that
talking
one
about,
photo
yeah.
of him holding the napkin up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I didn't know what you were talking. Yeah, okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Was anyone kind of shocked when when this Knives Out movie ripped off Southland Tales? Like
Did it?
they had this like section where like Edward Norton and his company was like investigating a new like energy source that was like based off of like seawater or some shit like that, and I was like, isn't this just fluid karma from like Southland
Fluid-
Tales? Like
You you hack Ryan Johnson. I always knew you were a hack.
yeah, you piece of shit, stealing from good cinema like that apparently. So
I did not care about Southland Tales to notice
I
notice
didn't-
that difference. So
I didn't realize
That's
there was
fair.
a movie called Southland Tales.
oh,
Oh no!
Fake
Don't watch it! Don't watch it!
apparently
yeah,
apparently
Don't
it's
want-
like
okay.
apparently it's a subversive masterpiece and we're too soy-brained gamer brained to understand
It's just like
the true
it's
meaning
just
of
like
the movie
Stanley
or something.
Kubrick's The Shining, apparently.
Yeah, it's like 2001 or some shit. So yeah,
Should we watch this, Luke?
Yeah.
you've watched the episode
No,
that we talked
no.
about that movie.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Jasper, I'm
You really
telling
are
you,
a
if you're
fake
good,
fan,
don't watch
Jesus.
it.
No, I have the worst memory in the world.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's a real
Just
fan.
don't put Luca
We
through it again.
promise, We promise.
Mhm.
No, Southland Tales
Yeah.
was an awful movie. It was like so.
How do you guys-
genuinely shit?
yeah. How did you guys feel about Daniel Craig in this one? He seems to be chewing up the scenery. Like he's
Yeah,
honestly the
I,
best part of both
Yeah.
of these movies.
I,
Yeah.
I thought he
He is the
they
best
made
boy.
him like, I think they made him like a little bit too like kind of goofy in this one. Like in the other one, he's
Halle Berry. That's a kick in it or whatever. That was
he's kind of got his goofy moments in the first one, but it's like he's still like a really, really good detective, and he's like serious and whatnot, and like he does these little serious monologues about like, who hired me to
I
kill
feel
her.
like the first movie was less about him and more about the other characters, and this one's a bit
exactly
more about him. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what like also made this just less interesting because I feel like even the movie knows that like the fucking murder mystery suspects are just not as interesting as like the murder mystery suspects in the first film. Like there was no Chris Evans equivalent in this one. There was no Ana de Armas. I guess you could argue that Edward Norton is the Chris Evans equivalent and Janelle Monáe is the Ana de Armas equivalent of this one, but it's like I just thought that not only were those characters like better written in the first film, but they were just much more interesting. Yeah. Like
all the characters in the first film had like an insanely like they had such a clear-cut personality that like you could just see from like everything about them, and this is like
this one was like all the characters were just
I don't even know who the scientist man is. Like, what's his deal?
Yeah,
just like Catherine Hahn is just like there, you know. Like I honestly I forgot
she's just like AOC,
that like half the actors were in this movie. Yeah, like I forgot that Kate Hudson was even in the movie until I googled it again. I was like, oh shit, yeah, you were in this movie, you know. So
she was basically just Toni Collette's character again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's just a lot of characters that were just like the fucking same, you know. Like it's just they just feel like less interesting, less engaging versions of the characters from the first film, which I don't know, like I guess maybe you could argue is like kind of the point, because like he's making like what, like 600 more Knives Out movies or some shit, you know. It's like
this is just his thing
but
now.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
It's like I mean I'll watch the third one for sure, but I just like I don't know, like and if I'm being honest, like murder mysteries are not really like 100% my thing, you know. Like
I love them.
I get, Jasper, what you're saying about how like what's fun about like murder mysteries, it's like, you know, like they're fun to rewatch because now you can like pick up the little clues, but I feel like a movie like kind of needs more than that for me to like want to rewatch it, you know.
Like the
should
be cool. But like
but like first and foremost, like the character should be interesting, the story should be interesting. Like just because something's like a murder mystery, like that's not enough of a reason for me to rewatch this movie again, because like like I said, like they basically redo the movie again like during the second act, so it's like I basically missed nothing. Like I have no reason to watch this again. I had fun, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed myself, but like I'm never gonna see this again, you know. So
yeah, I think it could have been better integrated somehow, like if instead of replaying it they kind of gave us those hints, because this is the kind of movie where like the thing about mystery movies is that there should be clues that you can pick up on to like figure it out. You should be able to guess it, but this one, like, it didn't have that. It was just like, okay, here's what happened, we cut out all the clues, here's the version with all the clues, and then that's the rest of the story.
Yeah, Knives Out kind of just explains
the best
what
part
happens
of
to you.
Yeah.
The best part of a murder mystery should be like when you look at it in retrospect and be like, oh, how did I not realize? Like, I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
Like, everything should be like, once you know, it should be like clear as day, like clear cut, and like that's the fun bit of it.
Yeah.
Instead of just
and
like
I think there's
playing,
elements
like,
of that in the first
movie.
one, but this one just kind of it has like the beginning bit of the movie, and then there's like the explaining the beginning bit of the movie, and then that's that. Like,
Still
yeah, and I just felt like the explaining bit was just like the first one. It just felt like that scene where like Daniel Craig is like explaining like, oh, this is how Chris Evans was able to get away with this, blah 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 blah. Like it felt like a proper build up to that moment, but in this one it just felt like it was padding out the runtime. It's like I didn't even think the mystery was that as clever as I think the movie like pretends it is or whatever. Like I said, I could still predict what was going to happen, and when it happened, it's like, yep, that's what I thought. You know, it's like, so like him explaining, it's like, oh, this is what happened, and blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, you're padding out the runtime. Let's can we end the movie already? I want to go to bed. You know, so
I feel like they spent so long focusing on that little scene of like him swapping the drinks. Like, they replayed that clip so many times in this movie, just to like discuss the one clip.
I mean, the first time they replay it, it's like, oh wow, like I didn't realize that. It's like you mentioned, it's like I didn't pick that. It's like that makes sense, you know. It's like, oh, it like the drink that like Dave Bautista's character drank, it wasn't poison. It's just there was pineapple or something. Like that's what he was allergic to. Yeah, but then they just play that same fucking clip over and over again. It's like I fucking get it, movie. Okay, I'm not dumb.
You showed me the clip. I got it. We're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But so it was a fun movie. I still really
the
liked
ending
it.
Was good. I'll admit that the ending was pretty entertaining. Yeah,
I was a little bit worried about the ending when it got to the point where like he burnt the napkin or whatever, and then Detective Man was like, "Nah, I can't do anything," and then I felt a lot better once they started trashing the house. I started feeling a lot more positive about the movie.
Yeah. It was kind of like the ending of the menu.
And the burning of the Mona Lisa was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. That was funny.
And Edward Norton's reaction to that was so fucking funny. He was like, "Are you happy with yourself? Yeah, just stop acting like a fucking child," or whatever. Whatever. He said something along those lines. It was so hilarious. I loved Edward Norton, and he was honestly the thing that kept me great. Like entertained, from beginning to end. He was so much fun. Like I loved his character. Yeah. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. If only Elon Musk was as reasonable as this character that.
Fuck.
Edward Norton was.
Mm-hmm. Edward Norton would buy Twitter.
Sorry, Ben Shapiro. I'm sorry you didn't like the movie because it's
because you didn't get it. Because he said he couldn't understand it because it's a fucking mystery. It's a mystery movie.
Yeah. And that's what happened. Like all like the far right soy boy gamer brained like babies were just like, no, you can't desecrate our Lord and Savior Elon Musk or whatever. It's like, dude, fucking get over yourself.
This.
Yeah, like
I'm supposed to
I don't
understand.
get it. Like
movies
it's like all the people who like
easy to understand. I can't understand anything.
Yeah, it's like
that's hard.
It's like all the fucking people who didn't realize until the third season that Homelander was supposed to be the bad guy. It's like fuck off, you know. It's like how stupid are you?
Oh no, they didn't. It was just that they realized that they were being made fun of.
I can't believe you spoiled The Boys for me. Oh my god.
I know, crazy. Homelander's the bad guy, like crazy. Yeah.
It's like Watchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like all the people who like all the far righters who unironically love Watchmen purely because Zack Snyder directed it, but then just forget about the fact that like, the actual comic book. Yeah, it's like the actual comic book is actually one of the most progressive, like politically progressive things you'll ever read. But whatever, what do I know? I'm just a stupid internet person.
Or when people like Andrew Tate bring up The Matrix and be like, The Matrix is the best movie of all time, and like I'm like, do you know that The Matrix was made by two women?
Yeah, it was made as a trans allegory. Yeah, it's like, how did you not fucking get that? Yeah, so whatever. Anyway, Glass Onion, 6 out of 10. It was good, but never gonna watch it again. So yeah,
probably I'm the same as well.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can go, Jules.
It was a pretty.
One of you go, Jesus.
It was a very entertaining ride throughout. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'll probably give it like a 7.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I had fun watching it. Like, I'll give it a 7 too. It's the kind of movie that, like, in a couple of years, if I'm with some people and we just have to put something on in the background to laugh at, like, I'll just put that on. It was fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'd be more inclined to just put on the first Knives Out if I'm being honest, you know? Like,
no, it's too engaging.
Whatever.
You get too distracted. Watch
That's
the actual
fair.
movie.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca?
Sorry, Luca, what did you say your rating was again?
Oh yeah. I think I also lean more on like I still liked it and it was fun, but yeah, I think a 6 is fine. Like good fun, but nothing special. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now to the main event, right? We're gonna do the main event, the thing that we came here for, not just the Puss
I guess
and
it's
Boots.
time.
It is time.
Yeah, the movie. Yeah, speaking of
So I
I don't
recommended.
know. I don't have a good transition for this. Just introduce it. Yeah.
Yeah, I recommended a very underrated film from 2019 called The Climb.
It came out in 2019.
Yeah,
Wacky.
and it's a buddy comedy, I guess, about a buddy dramedy about two dudes named Kyle and Mike, and that's their real life names as well.
What a slay.
And they
Who are also the writer and directors of the film, right?
Yeah, they written and directed, and it was their whole passion project of a film, and it's an exceptionally amazing debut, and it pretty much is just, it tells the story of like these two dudes and through the years of their life and how they have falling outs with each other and reconnections with one another, and
how they're gay and in love and adopt a child.
Yes, and how they eventually get married at the end.
Yeah, they get married. They
Yeah,
move in, they have a kid.
I was like seriously just screaming like, just fucking kiss already, like Jesus.
Yeah.
When he like crashed the wedding and he's like, I love you, bro, and it's like, just fucking fuck already,
That's
like
my
Jesus.
favorite scene. Yeah. But let's
But we're
go
getting ahead of
guys.
ourselves.
The black
Yeah.
screen at the beginning that kind of implies that they're like fucking, but it's just they're riding a bike up a mountain.
Guys, there are implications.
That's like, that was
the
the thing that happened all the time, where it's like they had like music or sound effects that like sounded like they were fucking, but they were just doing something else. Like that was that was really funny and like really clever. Yeah, I liked that. Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I really loved this. I thought this was a surprisingly really engaging and really interesting film with lots of characters that were just really interesting to watch, you know? Like I wasn't completely sold at first, you know, because it's like just them riding a bike, and then the guy's just like, "Oh, I slept with your fiance, by the way," and I was like, okay, like this is interesting, but I'm kind of wanted to see where things are going. But yeah, like as the film goes on, it just gets more interesting, and the characters are like put into even darker and like more uncomfortable situations, but like, you know, you see how this like friendship kind of like gets broken up, but then like kind of slowly rebuilds until like, you know, they own a fucking like truck moving business together and stuff like that, and they're riding bikes together again. It's like really fun. It's like it's a bit more depressing than I expected it to be, because I always knew the most I knew about the film was like it's a comedy, and I was like, wow, like this is a little more depressing than I expected. But I think it like helps complement like the jokes and like the comedic bits in the film too. And yeah, I was really engaged. I don't think there was like a single moment where it slogged for me. I was like, it kept my interest from beginning to end.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's
What
like
about
a
you
nice,
guys?
short, and easy watch too. Yeah. Sorry, Jules.
It's pretty short.
Yeah,
movie.
it was a quick. Yeah, it was a quick like in and out. Like I was surprised how like I checked the runtime. I was like, holy fuck, we only have 20 minutes left. Like Jesus.
It's a very efficient
I was having so
film.
much fun. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what did you think?
Yeah. What about
Jules?
you guys? Yeah.
I thought it was really, really, really good. Knew nothing about it. I actually thought it was a French film at first. When I saw the poster.
Me too. I don't know why, but I just thought it was a
Yeah.
French film. Yeah.
It starts off in France.
And yeah, it had exactly the type of like just absurdist comedy that just like that I love, kind of like dry-ish humor
same.
that's like also kind of relatable. But also I really liked that, like the heart that it had. Like it was very, very depressing in parts about like finding people that we love and like that we want to spend our lives with, and also
And becoming a good
about
person.
honesty with friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, and
Kyle,
just, like, you
Kyle
know-
deserves so much better. He went through so much shit in this movie, man.
Yeah, Kyle deserves like fucking like everything in the world.
deserves
after all the shit he
everything.
went through. Yeah, and honestly, I
He's
did not
such a
feel
sweet
bad
guy.
for Michael during
Yeah,
like
no,
the first
he's an
like
asshole.
majority of this movie. Yeah, he's such a fucking piece of shit.
He's
He's
the
like,
most lovable
yeah, you know,
asshole,
I slept
though.
with your fiance, but. Yeah, but he's like, yeah, I'd totally do it again because we were like in love or whatever. And it's like, dude, it's like I feel no sympathy for you when like he gets like fat and like becomes like alcoholic or whatever. It's like you put this on yourself, man. Like just you, and he has the fucking gall to hit on his new fiance like in the fucking ski trip. It's like, you asshole.
And then
like Jesus.
And then say that she didn't love him anyway as his excuse.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
You're fucked up, man.
He's a real dickhead, and like me and Jasper were like kind of discussing this, and we were kind of discussing how the film is very much about both of them and their interactions, and both of them separately, but Michael is more of the one that like has like a proper character arc and growth. Like he's the one that changes, and he's still kind of a dick at the end, but he definitely goes through like a range of emotions and stuff like that, and
he's definitely more interesting than Kyle, even though Kyle is lovely. Like, Mike is the plot.
Yeah, I definitely think Mike
Kyle's
is like
the one that we
we
all want to succeed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was still rooting for
I
Mike. Like,
would
even
say
though
like
he's
that was kind of like one minor issue.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I we were all talking. Yeah, whoever
Yeah.
wants to, Luca, you just say your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like I still like was really, I think, yeah, like Jasper said, like Mike's a lovable asshole. Like I think they made his character so, like, I don't know how to describe it, like authentic. Like he felt so real, and you still kind of root for him in the end, even though like he is kind of like a dick. But yeah, he's like really genuine, and like just a guy that you wanna see change and like grow and stuff. And yeah, the film does a lot to like, I don't know, develop him. And yeah.
I kind of felt he was like, this might sound like a strange comparison, but he's kind of like Adam Sandler's character in Uncut Gems, where you're like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, you just need to get out like now. Just find something else to do. Or,
I guess
we just can't look away. In that way we kind of like root for him.
I would say for comparing Adam Sandler characters, he has more in common with like his character from like, I don't know, fucking Click or some shit. Reign Over Me. I don't know. Yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. So yeah, sorry, Luca.
Adam Sandler could relate to any character if you tried hard enough to narrow it down.
Every character is like an Adam Sandler character if you really
Adam
exactly.
Sandler has been so many people though, so like, you know.
Yeah. He's always been Adam Sandler or fucking Punch Drunk Love. I don't know.
So. You're fucking my daughter.
Sorry, Luca, what were you saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that Mike is just such a good character because he's able to bring out the worst and best of everyone like on screen. Like it's such a weird, like there's clearly people that care about him and love him, and like he's able to, you know, be this absolute shitbag, like drive people to like being like absolutely cutting him off and hating him, but there's also like a lot of care that people have for him, and he's like able to bring out like the best aspects of certain people as well as bringing out like their shitty aspects. Like one notable example is like Kyle's mom. Like she clearly like really cares about him and Kyle's family. Like he's very much a part of that family. And he just has such like an amusing and like distinct presence on screen. Like, yeah, like I really love the character dynamic in this film. I think it's done like really fantastically. Like, yeah, I really
loved those. I really loved those transitions. Speaking of that scene where like the families get together, like when we're first reintroduced to Kyle. You know, originally in the beginning of the film, he was like kind of chubby. He was like on like the fatter side and stuff. But like when we're reintroduced to him, he's clearly fit now. Like he has like, you know, he's like, you know, now that he's met his girlfriend / wife. Yeah, it's like it's like he's clearly in shape. But when we transition from Thanksgiving to Christmas, which by the way was fucking awesome. Like I loved all the technical like filmmaking aspects of this, like the transitions and the one takes were so awesome. When we get reintroduced to Mike, and like we just slowly reveal that like he's gotten a lot of weight, and like he's become an alcoholic when he takes off his shirt. And and it reveals his beer belly, and I was like, wow, like this is such a really cool way of like saying a lot about the character without saying much, like it's like the one takes in this film where like they weren't gimmicky, like they felt absolutely essential and necessary to the film, like they were, for cool moments like that where like you see how much time has passed for these characters and how much that time has affected these characters. It's like it's a really essential way of like telling the story without like having to rely on dialogue, it's like it's really, really interesting. So
I'm gonna jump in.
And it also feels like a snapshot of like the characters' lives.
Oh yeah, no. I have a whole brain rot session about the colors in this movie. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
So each of our boys has like a color scheme associated with them. Like Kyle is always wearing like more warm tones and like natural tones, like greens and oranges and stuff. And Mike is only ever in like blue and red. And they use this really nicely in the movie. Like there's a title sequence where it's like growing up, and you can hear the audio of like Mike trying to call Kyle and stuff, and it's just holding on the shot of these two old dudes who are in the guys' color schemes just doled out, and they're clearly like these old guys are homies, and it's clearly meant to be like, oh, these guys, our best boys, our main boys, they're having an argument, but they're still homies and they're gonna be homies forever. Okay, alright, okay. The part 1 of the color scheme rant. Part 2, okay, there's the point where Mike is like, he's been without Kyle, Kyle's been married, and he's running a bike shop, and he's not in his color scheme, he's not himself anymore. And they just do so much storytelling through the colors, like, even at the end, where they're riding their bikes again, and it's like, it's Kyle's son, but he's wearing Mike's colors. And if you just watch the movie and just look at the colors, like, there's a whole plot going on with just the color scheme used. It's very excellent.
Do you think that Mike and Kyle's wife had sex and like that and that's their kid instead of like Kyle's kid? That's why he's like using Mike's colors instead of Kyle's colors?
I don't know. I think Kyle's wife shot Mike down pretty hard. Like, I don't know if she'd be into him. Like, she seemed pretty sick of his shit.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
I mean, that's probably not what happened, but like I just think that's like kind of funny to think about now that you brought up the color thing, because I didn't think about that until you brought that up. So yeah.
No. Rewatch it. Look at the colors. It'll all make sense.
Weren't you kind of implying that like Mike adopted the child through those colors?
Yes. Yes, because it's like Kyle's kid, but it's Mike's colors. They're co-parenting.
Yeah,
they're in love.
What you guys need to know is that they definitely get married at the end.
Yeah, they move in together. That's why Mike's helping him move.
Yeah.
And they're in love.
Yeah. And that's why
I was honestly shocked that there was no twist, that like they were secretly in love with each other and now they've become like a gay couple and adopted this kid. It's like
they are.
Is that what? No, that's not what happened, did it?
That is what happened.
In our canon, in our reading, that is what happens.
I just wanted to fully commit to that shit because I was like, I swear to God, I thought that's where the film was going.
I
oh
think,
my God, okay.
I genuinely think like that's how the film goes. Like there is so many like instances that proves that Mike is clearly in love with Kyle. Like I'm
also
not
the
joking.
Scene where like Kyle's wife is like, no, Kyle missed you.
Yeah,
so, like, you guys need to hang out again, and then it like cuts to Kyle and the wife have divorced.
Yeah, like
and Kyle's moving out.
Yeah, like
they're gay. They're in love. They got married.
At the wedding scene, Mike literally walks up to Kyle and is like, "Oh, you're such a beautiful man." Yeah. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's very subtle, but it's highly implied. Like their relationship and their love.
That's why I wanted them to fully commit
implied.
to the fucking thing. It's like,
just
like kiss already. Subtle, like honestly. Jesus.
Yeah.
I think it's something that you could definitely read as that way, but it's like not.
You could take that interpretation away, definitely, but
yeah, and I think it's. We
should watch interviews. Maybe they confess that it is gay.
Yeah, maybe. Jasper was talking about
send the directors an email.
Yeah.
Honestly, they'd probably reply like, "This is their only film." Like, and
they're not busy people.
Yeah, they're not.
No, they've made a bunch of shorts.
I honestly hope these dudes Yeah, they've made a bunch of shorts, but this is like their big movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was curious. What else are they working on? Because I want to see more of their films. Like, what else have they got? You know.
I'm honestly not sure.
Shorts now.
Yeah, but whatever. So, sorry, Luca. What were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about like the colors and technical aspects and stuff, obviously, like the cinematography and presentation of the film is like phenomenal. I really like how they use music in the film. One notable aspect is that whenever like Mike comes on screen, he always interrupts the music. Like the music either always stops or it switches to a different song. And that's kind of like, you can read it as, oh, Mike is like bumping into you and like interrupting he's interrupting people. Like
he's ruining your shit.
Yeah, like he's like switching the tone of the vibes that are going on. He's like quite literally like an annoyance and an interruption. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I think my favorite moment of that is when he crashes the wedding, like music plays while he's walking and then it just stops.
That.
Like that was really cool. I really loved that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, also in the beginning, like, you can kind of, like, Kyle is, like, riding down the hill, and then, like, the music cuts when it gets to, like, Michael, like, fighting with the French dude, and there's so many moments where, like, music cuts, or, like a different song plays when Michael, like, quite literally barges onto screen. Like, it's very fun.
Yeah.
And
I think there's something interesting to be said about, like, the use of the French language in this film.
Yeah.
Because it's like both of these dudes were in a relationship with a French woman, and there's points where there's like, I think Michael's like listening to French music.
Yes, he
or
is.
Something, and it's like, oh, he misses his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. And I also think this film's really great because like a lot of films you can kind of read into, but it's kind of up in the air if the film actually wants you to read into it. But this movie feels like it's so intentional with all of its elements.
Yes.
That you could literally stare at just one element the whole movie and like see the story in just that element.
So another kind of technical aspect that I loved about the film, or I guess presentation aspect, is the way that they use the title cards. I think every chapter of the film had such a fitting little title for the events that we're going to play on in each next sequence. I like one notable one is, like Jasper said, the grow up one, and it like cuts to two grown men.
These two old guys.
Yeah, but my favorite one was probably the ending one that was just called Fine. Like that kind of also reads into like me and Jasper's theory that now that they are together, everything like in that sense things are fine. Like things are fine. Like it's
because they're gay.
Because they're gay.
We'll
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
And it's like
I just loved that reveal, like when they're driving the truck and the kid is like chasing after. He's like, "Dad, wait up!" And like when the car goes in reverse.
Down.
Yeah, and it's like it's revealed like the something brothers or whatever. It's like that's a really nice way of like showcasing they've like reconciled and like have become close friends again and stuff like that. It's like really cool. Yeah. So a lot of cool stuff, like a lot of the film, it's like Puss and Boots. It's like it's very subtle. It's very in your face. It's like I love movies that don't treat me like I'm fucking 6 years old. Like I love movies that like treat me like I'm not stupid. That like it just trusts that I'll pick things up and then I'll like notice little details like that. You know, it's like it's very respecting of your time and your intelligence. You know, it's like it's a very. I mean, I don't think this is like the most like complex like difficult film to watch. This isn't like fucking Synecdoche, New York or anything like that. But it's like there's still a lot of great filmmaking where it's like you could watch this like 6 or 7 times and like pick new things up every time. Like I didn't even think about the color thing. Yeah, until you guys mentioned it. And I want to see the movie again, you know, to pick up even more details that I missed out on the first time. You know, it's like this is a movie. It's like it's so rewatchable.
Yeah,
and it's so entertaining. You know, it's like I said, there were maybe like 1 or 2 moments where it's like, we can move this along or something like that. You know, like. I thought, like, those long takes, that long take in the Christmas scene where like it goes around the entire house and like sees all the different people talking and stuff like that. I felt like things like that were like a little too long for me, in my opinion, but that's just me.
But they're so
like,
well
it's
presented and like choreographed.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, it's a well presented like shot for sure. You know, like there
Yeah.
on a technical level, I had like zero complaints with the film. It's just that every now and then the film would kind of slog a little bit, but like yeah, I was so entertained. I was so engaged. I was like there was never a moment where the film dipped for me. I was so into what was happening. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jules, do you have anything more to say? You've been a little quiet.
I just really like the film's comedy a lot. It's like
Yeah.
there's just like these absurd situations. Like the one I'm thinking of is like the wife's funeral, where that like the mechanical
stops
machine
singing?
is just beeping in the background. Like it's just like it's so just. It doesn't. It's
Sir,
not like
I can't
laugh
let you
out
touch
loud
that shovel
com-
with.
Yeah, that
Sir, I
one
can't
was
let you
laugh
touch
out
that
loud, though.
shovel without because you're not a part of the license or whatever. You know, that's
Yeah.
like, dude, come on, yeah.
It's not
like
like
let me touch the
necessarily
fucking
stuff that
shovel.
makes
Yeah.
you. It's not like necessarily stuff that makes you like laugh out loud, but it just makes you like smile, and just feel
Yeah.
like entertained, because it's like, it's just kind of just like this is kind of funny that this is happening, and it's also relatable in a way.
I like
Yeah,
the two.
that's my favorite type of comedy.
Yeah, same. Very much so.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a subtle comedy where it's not just stupid shit happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the two random scenes
And
of
to
just,
balance
like,
that tone as
dudes
well.
we don't. Yeah, of like dudes we don't know just singing. Like there's 2 points where just like background guys we've never seen and we'll never see again just start singing, and it just creates like this weird vibe. I don't know what it's meant to be. Like, I've rewatched this movie so many times, I have no idea why these dudes
Gayness.
start singing. But it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
good.
so much fun.
pretty good, man.
And it's like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Google reviews for this film. Like, there are surprisingly a lot of 1-star reviews for this film. Like, it's like, did we
wow.
watch the same movie? Yeah, like, if you go to Google reviews, some of them, this one says, recommended score 1.8 out of 10. I'm not particularly a fan of comedy per se, for the most obvious of reasons. It has to be funny and to my taste. This is neither. This is just absolutely typical, bland, vanilla, cheap American claptrap. In fact,
What?
I think
What?
I've overrated
What?
it.
Huh?
The writing
This
is
guy has
boredom
never watched a
personified. The
comedy.
acting is pitiful. Characters that
Wow.
don't deserve any effort to understand from the watcher's POV. Obviously, lots of paid-for reviews yet again, because the majority of the reviews are clearly
Paid-for
fake.
reviews.
Like, dude, get over. I mean, that's the most
Yeah,
all these
Never
people
thing.
watched
love
comedy.
Southland Tales.
Yeah, all these people fucking. These are the same people who fucking loved Smile, unironically. It's like, fuck you. It's like. This
Damn.
one says, what an absolute waste of my time and money. Wanted a comedy and can't believe that this has been
Oh my
rated a
God.
4.5. Never laughed yet. One of the worst
One-
movies I've ever watched in my whole life.
One of these
Wow,
just
the
says,
hell?
had enough bicker on 40 minutes, settled for the Wikipedia plot description.
Oh my
Man.
fucking Christ.
What?
It's like, what were these people smoking? I'm going to give this one a 5 stars just purely to spite these people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So-
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see where this is coming from. This is like, because like when I think like generic American comedy, I'm thinking of like bullshit like Judd Apatow movies or something. Like this is like the complete opposite of that, you know? It's like, not only is the comedy like smartly written, but it's like, it's never in your face or whatever. Like, I can
Yeah.
imagine
These
like
people clearly laughed
like,
at Deadpool going like, fuckity fuck, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I can imagine like an American comedy like taking that like there were 2 moments where Kyle like kind of freaks out in front of like someone driving something, and they were like, just like don't fucking beep your horn, like get out of the way,
Yeah.
you know, like turn, like go around, you know, like
Go around,
I can imagine
go
American.
around.
I can imagine like a shitty Adam Sandler comedy just like spamming that joke to like fucking death or whatever. And it's like here
I
it's
know, it'd
like
be so
it's like in the
obnoxious.
beginning, it's in the end. Yeah, and it's so funny, you know, and it's like, but it's like it's never too in your face, it's never too long. It's just like
It's
it's
just
just
something-
the
it's
right
kinda just
amount of
something that's
time, you
happening.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So
And to be
I
fair,
don't know
those
what these
two
people were
dudes that
fucking
just
smoking.
didn't drive
Yeah.
around the things.
Yeah, what?
What the fuck?
Just drive around.
Yeah, like literally, like
Yeah,
I
drive
guess it adds
around
to the
with-
absurdism.
yeah, like literally.
This
yeah.
movie does have quite
And
a
the
bit
truck
of
with
absurdism.
the one is the truck one especially was just really like over like obnoxious. It's like, dude, you can't just expect a truck to just like go the other way. Like, just fucking drive around. Stop being a fucking asshole. Like Christ, So
The real villain of this movie is
Americans
people
are
in
just
cars,
unreasonable.
is drivers. Yeah, it's true.
That's why they ride bikes.
the moral, yeah, the moral of the
Yeah.
story is America's the worst, apparently.
And
so
that's the best moral to have in a movie. I'm sorry, Timmy.
I'm sorry that all your other countries are not as good as America.
Australia
so.
number one.
Wow.
Whoa.
Australia, South Africa, solidarity.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry you guys are too jealous of our
Solidarity
freedom.
of
It's just so
Vegemite.
fucking precious. Yeah.
Ah, yes, your freedom.
Goodness. Okay.
Anyway.
A lot of the actors
21
were surprisingly
Lamau.
good. Yeah, I didn't expect both the writer and director to be the main stars of the film. Like they were surprisingly
Yeah,
like
that
competent
was-
actors. Like I mean,
Yeah,
I think
no, they
Mike's
did great.
actor was like much better than Kyle's actor, if I'm being honest. But like
Kyle
they were
didn't have to do
they weren't
much.
bad.
I thought they were just as
Yeah.
good as each other. Like Kyle's
Yeah,
actor
they
was just like
complemented
so
each
good
other.
at playing that kind of like naive, just hopefulish, optimistic kind guy.
yeah.
And
It
I
didn't
was
seem
super
like
invested into his
too.
character.
Yeah, it didn't seem too out of bounds in terms of like what they were familiar with or what they could pull off. Like this isn't like some bullshit like Southland Tales where like you expect Dwayne the Rock Johnson to play some fucking neurotic screenwriter fucking messiah or some shit like that. Yeah. It's like they were appropriate for the roles, So,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I liked Mike's actor better than Kyle's actor, but no one was like horrible in the film. No one was bad. Everyone was
No,
like
not
very
at all.
sufficient. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome
Should we
movie.
do ratings?
Yes, I think we should do the ratings. Unless anyone has
Sure.
anything else to say.
I think we've covered all the
No,
bases.
I said everything I wanted to say. Yeah. I mean, and in the end, there isn't really much to say. It's just a really nice, good movie that I really enjoyed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I really want
Yeah.
to show this to like one of my friends now.
Hell yeah.
Show it
I
to
mean,
everyone
be
you
careful.
know.
One of them might give it a 1 out of 10 because
yeah.
it was there's no story and plot apparently. Yeah, and there's like no characters or funny parts apparently. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 8 out of 10. I really loved it. I want to watch it again. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would. 9 out of 10. I've been thinking. I watched it this morning. I've been thinking about it all day, and it was just I really really loved it, and
Hell yeah.
I could easily
Go
rewatch this.
rewatch
It
it
could
as
even
well.
become a 10 if I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, I'm surprised that Luca hasn't rated this a 10 out of 10, considering
I'm rating
you
it a
know,
10.
You really love it and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So
Yeah, I think I'm with Jules. Like, even though I think I gave it a 9. Yeah, it's still such an amazing film, and I love it so much. So yeah,
10. Perfect film.
yeah,
Nothing
9 or
Jesus.
10. Hell yeah, who cares? Yeah,
Hollywood,
did
give
Color
these
Theory.
give these guys money. Give
Yeah,
them fucking
can they get a
Avengers
retroactive
6
Oscar?
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, give them fucking Avengers 6.
Give
Give
them
them a
an
ton of money
honorary
so that they
Oscar
can
on
like
their
do.
first film.
yeah.
Yeah.
Best debut.
Yeah, why
That's
don't you
why
do
the
it? Do
Oscar
it.
needs a best film debut category.
Yeah.
Because then After Sun could win
They
this
should
year,
do
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And there
Or
should
just
be a
at
best
least give them
stunts. There should be a best stunts category. Honestly, genuinely.
Yeah,
Stuntmen
or at least
should be
like give
credited
them,
for their work.
or at least give them Golden
they won't do
Globes.
that 'cause
Apparently,
then
the Golden
films,
Globes
like-
have those fucking trophies that like they have them like they're selling them out like hotcakes. Considering all the
well, you
people
can
fucking
buy- you
donated
can-
them back
I
or
could buy
whatever.
that if I had enough money. I could buy one without even acting.
We could all, yeah, we could really all be Golden Globe winners if we really wanted to. So it's not that fucking hard. So
Do you think the
Yeah,
Golden Globes
so-
actually liked Sia's music?
did they nominate Sia's music?
They get, yeah,
I
they get
did- I
that
thought-
got
I thought it was-
nominated for Golden Globes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, I
And
thought you
here
guys
I
were
thought
talking
they
about
had-
Sia's music, like actual
Yeah,
Sia's
no,
music.
no.
Like not the film.
Oh wait, is that what we were talking? I thought we were talking about Sia's Music, the movie, not Sia's Music.
Yeah,
just
no,
in
you guys
general.
are. You guys are. I just thought because Sia
okay.
is a
Yeah.
singer, I thought you were talking about Sia's Music. The
Isn't it
music,
so quirky
not
that the film is
movie.
It
called-
got like nominated.
Isn't it
for,
quirky
like,
that the
best-
film's
best
called
musical or
Music and the
comedy
main
at the-
character is called Music and it's about music?
So
Crazy, right?
Wow.
And about,
So quirky.
and about how hard it is to deal with autistic people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
the
you
real
should just
struggle.
like fucking
Sit
lie
on
down
them.
on them and fucking
Yeah.
and fucking bound their arms because that's the fucking responsible thing to do. Jesus.
Well, there's aspects of that too are true, but like the way that movie,
No.
No.
Music
Yeah.
itself is not good.
No, yeah,
No, the movie.
the movie, no, not at all.
If you want to watch a better version of music, I don't know,
Watch I
watch
Am
La La
Autism.
Land or some shit. Yeah, that too. Yeah. So
Alfonso Cuarón's best work.
watching you two, Mama También.
Alright.
Anyway, questions. We can make this brief since like we're kind of
yeah,
crunched for
I
time,
only have
so.
3
Yeah.
questions, and none of them are very like long answer questions.
Sure,
So just a quick rapid fire one from me. Who was your favorite supporting character in Knives Out? So not Daniel Craig. Who was your favorite villain in Puss and Boots? And who was your fave boy from The Climb? Easy, rapid fire. Timmy, go.
Edward Norton. Wait, what was the second question again?
Villain from Puss and Boots. 2.
Oh, Death and
yeah, now
Kyle.
here's the tricky one. Oh, okay, Kyle.
Yeah, I like Kyle. Yeah.
Okay, Jules.
Is it both Knives Out movies or just the second one?
I meant it in mind as just the second one, but if you want to do the first one too, like, who cares? Go for it.
No, just do the second one. That was like fucking
Okay, then,
topical and
yeah.
shit. So.
Okay, just the
Dave
second one
Bautista
then.
Probably Dave Bautista or Edward Norton. And
Yeah.
Puss in Boots, obviously Death. I think the Giant was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
And for The Climb, Kyle, obviously.
Okay. Jasper.
Favorite supporting character? Shit. I like the No
Shit.
Thoughts model lady's assistant. She was pretty cool.
Yes.
She had some cool vibes. Favorite villain? Fucking none of the the other villain wasn't that good, so yeah, it has to be Death. Well, the
I like
concept
the
of
other villain.
What?
nah.
No, I
you
like
shit.
No,
John
I
Mulaney.
like
I like the
John
John Mulaney
Mulaney's-
villain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, whatever.
You didn't laugh at any of his
Whatever.
jokes. I thought he was hilarious. I was like, he was like Lord Farquaad or like the fairy godmother.
Okay. Controversial opinion then. Favorite boy, Mike. Love Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Luca.
Yeah, I think my favorite character from Knives Out, was probably Ed Norton, but I also did really like that assistant lady. Like,
Just
she was just
random
there.
lady.
Yeah,
But I liked her.
I like that they gave her like
She didn't deserve to be there.
a
Yeah.
red cup as her drink
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Then Puss in Boots villain. I thought maybe I asked that question thinking maybe Timmy would like Big Jack Horner a bit more, but
Did you not listen to me like gush about Death like for like 10 minutes during the
I
Puss
thought
and Boots discussion?
maybe one of us would maybe but yeah, Death was easily like. But I also did like Big Jack Horner, and I even liked Goldilocks too.
Goldilocks wasn't really a villain.
Yeah, she wasn't. She was kind of, but
She was
like
just
an
like
anti-hero.
misunderstood, bro. Yeah, she just.
But
you didn't
also
get her.
those
She was just
those
like Venom,
kitchen
she's just-
those the
The kitchen, like the baker's dozen.
chefs. Yeah, the baker's dozen. They were
No,
fun.
okay, I'm
They
changing
were
my
fun.
answer. I really like the chefs. I didn't realize that
Are
was
we
an option.
considering the cat lady to be a villain as well? Because she basically
Yes.
fucking emasculated
Yeah.
all the fucking cats or whatever. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no.
And then fave boy from The Climb, I gotta say Mike too.
Okay.
Mike is like
50
okay.
split.
I just love
Yeah.
his character.
So Jules and I
Okay.
are Team Kyle and
Yeah, we're
Jasper
Team
and
Mike.
are Team Mike. Yeah.
Solidarity. Alright.
And then second question: what are some of your favorite 2022 movies. Favorite movies from last year, guys.
Honest to God, I thought those rapid fire questions were just
Yeah, I
the
thought
three
those were the
questions.
three
I was
questions.
No,
yeah,
no,
I was
no.
like shocked.
No. I have another proper question after this, which kind of relates. So
Okay.
yeah.
I can go first. Cause
Sorry, what was the question again? I was laughing during when you were asking the question. Yeah.
Favorite 2022 movies. Just
Oh,
list
yeah.
a few.
Oh, okay.
I got this one in the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorites were my top three was number one was Everything Everywhere All at Once. Number two was
That's also
After
my
Sun.
favorite one of the year.
Yeah, number two was After Sun,
Mhm.
and number three was Epic Triangle of Sadness. Despite what
Nice.
Chef Rillis may say.
Hell yeah.
Wait, did Shea
Okay.
Frillis not like Triangle of
mine.
Sadness?
He said the third act was the biggest dip that a movie has taken in terms of quality or something.
Really? I thought that was the
Yeah.
most entertaining part of the movie. Yeah. Did he make a video on Triangle of Sadness? I didn't even
No,
know
it's
he even
just a
had this
letterbox
take.
review.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, for me, I already put my best of 2022 video out on my channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, that's there.
Mine will be
But
coming
yeah,
out
just
soon.
quick rapid fire. Yeah, just like my top like 5, I guess. Everything Ever All at Once is also my number one of 2022. Decision to Leave is number 2. I'm always gonna put a Park Chan-wook film in my top at least 3. So fuck it.
Even Stoker.
Banshees of Inisherin. I haven't seen Stoker. I that's like one of the few I still need to see.
Okay.
Banshees of Inisherin is my number 3. I have Darren Aronofsky's The Whale as number 4, which apparently is controversial for me to put it that high. I fucking loved it, but apparently, like, it's like a very like divisive movie. Like some people
I mean,
really
most of his
dislike the
films
film.
are.
I loved it. Yeah, I really loved it. I thought it was awesome, but that's just me. And Puss and Boots is number 5. The original number 5 was Triangle of Sadness, but Puss and Boots edged it out. For me, so sorry, I guess I'm a furry now or something. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to when movies come out, so I'm looking at Luca's letterbox to figure out what movies come out this year. In no particular order, I really fucking loved The Menu. Great,
Oh.
fun time.
Yeah.
Fight me if you must.
No, it's fine. We all gave it a
No,
6
no,
out of
no.
10, I think. So yeah, I don't really. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, just not something I'm gonna remember. So,
Nah.
Yeah.
I had a great time. Maybe it's because I like Hannibal as well.
Yeah.
Similar vibes. Bodies. It was great. Classic.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I've watched it like 3 times in like 1 week after watching it. And then I guess Triangle of Sadness. I don't know what movies came out this year. That was fun too, though.
Didn't you
Did you like Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I've been
What the
meaning
fuck
to.
are you
What?
doing?
Oh man!
I
How
know.
have you
Listen,
gone
it's
this
on-
long
it's
mortal
on
life
Amazon
without
right
having
now.
seen
Get on
everything?
it.
It's on fucking Showtime. Jesus.
Guys,
We don't have Showtime.
Guys, I only watch movies when I'm with Luca.
Oh my fucking Christ, Jesus.
I honestly don't even think Jasper will like Everything Everywhere that much. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Really?
It just doesn't
I
seem
think
like
everyone
his
can like
vibe,
that movie in
honestly.
some regard.
Yeah, I haven't met us. I feel like the only people who don't like it are like really old boomers who like don't know what fun is.
Or racists.
You know? Yeah, or
Yeah.
racist. Yeah, I guess. But that's like such a low bar. You know? It's like, are we really appealing to fucking racists now? You know? So I guess Top Gun did, but like whatever. So
Top Gun appeals to patriots.
yeah, it somehow appealed to both boomer patriot grandpas and nihilistic zoomers at the same time. I don't know
Gay
how that's
people.
possible, but it managed to do both. And gay people, I guess. Yeah. So. And straight
Yeah.
people. So,
If it's
yeah.
as cool as the poster, I think I'll have an okay time.
Yeah, you'll like it, but I don't know if you're gonna love it. I don't know, though. I don't know.
What about you? Come on.
Me, I loved After Sun. Like, that was, I think, easily my favorite film of the year. Loved it.
Yeah, I loved it as well.
Jasper didn't like it, guys.
Guys, I hated After Sun.
Really? You
Yeah.
didn't like After Sun?
Sun so
Really?
much.
Yeah.
No, because
You hated it. Wow.
No, because, like, okay, so, like, the whole emotional part of it just did not click within me. Like, I saw the emotional part, and it wasn't happening. And without that part, I was just sitting watching. It felt like the longest movie experience of my entire life. Like, by the end of it, I felt physically bad about myself. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
but I loved
You think
it.
it sounds like it's a Saw
Jasper
movie,
was-
like Jesus, yeah.
Jasper was
guys.
surprised. Jasper was surprised that there was no post-credit scene at the end showing that he's not really dead and that he's going to return in the sequel.
I was.
Yeah, that's who he's going to play in Gladiator 2. So.
I was literally
God.
pulling at straws. I was pulling at straws so hard. I was like, but what else can I look at in this movie if I don't like the emotional stuff? Like, what is there for me? It just wasn't my time.
I suppose, yeah, it really doesn't work for you then.
I guess if you just can't emotionally connect to it, then there's not much the film can offer then. So that's fine. Yeah. So it's okay to be wrong.
That's not going to change how I feel about it. So, because it's my favorite of the year. And then Triangle of Sadness and Banshees are two other ones that I absolutely loved so much, and I don't know which one is better than the other one. So
Shout out Klondike.
And then Klondike I also really loved, actually.
Shout out Klondike.
Yeah, I'm still mad that you guys got to see it before me in America.
Yeah,
who
I'm
each
never
year
gonna get to see it.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so lucky that we got to see it in a theater, even though it wasn't like the most pleasant theater experience, but I still love the movie. And then I also like Decision to Leave and Fire of Love I really loved, and Puss and Boots and Tar. And loved all those. Yeah.
And then there's a third question.
But what about the Batman or Doctor Strange or fucking whatever? Yeah.
Where's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever?
Oh my god.
They're just racist.
Okay. We are really
That
running out
movie
of time.
surprisingly
so-
has left pop culture conversation so fucking quickly. Like people stopped talking about that real
gained
fast.
a Golden Globe for it, and all the Marvel
Which
fans,
was shocking. It's like
and all the Marvel
I barely
fans were
remembered
coming
her.
their pants.
I barely remembered what she did in the first place. Like, it was, I mean, I was so bored watching the second Black Panther. I literally didn't give a shit.
I don't know,
So
I
when she
haven't seen
won,
it
it's
yet.
like, what did you win? It's like, what character did you play? I fucking don't remember. So
She won Best Supporting Actor for her performance in that film. Which apparently she's
Which is-
only in the film for like 5 minutes, so...
yeah,
But
no,
anyways.
she's like barely in it. She's like at 15
If
minutes.
we're
and
really talking,
I guess
best
she got the
supporting
award,
actress. The Kerry Condon from The Banshees of Inisherin should have won then.
or like.
Yeah,
or literally
sure.
fucking anyone
Literally.
just on that list. Like, Stephanie Hsu didn't fucking win either. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
No,
yeah.
let's just give it to fucking Black Panther. Let's just give it to fucking Black Panther because why not? You know. So even though she was only in it for like
as is
15
said,
minutes,
you can
and the
pretty much
only
buy a
thing she
Golden
did in
Globe.
that film was just either cry or just proclaim herself loudly. Like that was about
Look,
it.
grieving
People
mother.
liked it. People liked that, like, edition, but yeah. Okay, last question
Does something
quickly.
win
Someone cried.
best something
I'm cutting you
purely
off. I'm
because
sorry.
it's the
I'm
most
cutting
of
you off.
something?
There's no more time.
Yeah.
There's no more time. I'm cutting you off.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's-
Favorite
that's-
2022
you made the right assumption.
theater experience, and what made it so special from
Managed Daydream.
Cole. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Elaborate.
it was
Elaborate.
incredible to see. I saw it in IMAX, and like, it was just like, it was such a deeply just moving, just spiritual experience. I was like, it sounds kind of cringe, but it was like I was, because it's like I was transported to like some other world, and I was just seeing this
That's
all
lovely.
unfold before my eyes, and yeah. It
Well,
was,
you should be happy because we're gonna go see it tonight. So
Hey, yes.
yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to
Tell
see
me
it,
what you
but
think.
I want to see it, but I feel like if I'm not seeing it on IMAX, then like I feel like I'm not really experiencing the film. So I'm gonna save it for a later day. I don't know.
Oh, actually,
when, but
sorry. I just want to revise my answer. I can't believe I forgot about this. But I saw Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring in the cinema for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
And I think
Yeah,
that
you're
was the
mentioning
best.
that. Yeah.
That was the
Hell
best
yeah.
theater experience, because that's like an actual lifelong wish that I've had to see that movie in a theater. So yeah,
It would have been an ideal experience to watch the entire trilogy, just sitting there for 9 to 12 hours.
I have my limits. I can respect what's possible.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right.
I don't know. I guess Avatar 2.
Black Adam.
Sitting there and sure, yeah, I guess, yeah. Watching Avatar 2 in like 3D high frame rate was like kind of a really ethereal experience. Even if I didn't like love the movie, like I'm glad I sat through the whole thing because it's like, you know, it's like it reminded me. I mean, if anything, I had an even more like out of body experience watching like the first Avatar, because the first Avatar got remastered and re-released in theaters a couple months before this new one came out, and it kind of is what sucked me back into this world. Like it kind of like it reminded me like why I should love Avatar in the first place, because it's like the way like these are movies that are meant to be seen on the biggest screen, and when you do watch them on the biggest screen, you just kind of sit there and go like, wow, like this is fucking awesome, you know, like I'm not really thinking about like the story or the characters or some shit like that, you know, like a lot of like
Avatar is a
fucking
purely
Marvel
visual
fans, like,
experience.
Yeah, it's like a pure visual experience that's like I was really enamored. I was kind of in awe, you know. So
I'm so
yeah,
fucking
it was
hyped
like
for
that, and
Go
like
high and watch Avatar 2.
yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah. I can't wait for the ship to sink again. So
Yeah.
What was your favorite theater
I really
experience?
I think Triangle of Sadness was a great theater. Like the
Yes.
vibe in the theater was
Oh,
perfect.
That's
yeah.
mine, easily.
Yeah,
Easily.
no, it was perfect. It was great.
Yeah.
The crowd was there
if I had
for
to
it
add a
as
third
well.
one, then yeah, it would be Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah, the crowd was awesome. Everyone was laughing. I loved that theater experience of Triangle Sadness. And just going to the festival was also fun.
Yes,
I
like
think
that.
I think
Get
Do
your
Not
thumb up.
Hesitate was like one of my favorite films that I saw from the festival. Jasper liked watching Petite Maman.
Yes.
And Do Not Hesitate. Watchlist that. It was a really great underrated film. But yeah, Triangle of Sadness I just had so much fun with in the theater, and that was my favorite experience.
I guess if I have
of the
to,
year.
yeah, I was gonna say if I have to add a second or third, since we're just all doing that. I
Go
think
for
watching
it.
Decision to Leave at the Chicago Film Festival, that was probably that was
Didn't
like my
you say
first
you
ever film
hated
festival.
that because you had to sit in the front?
Well, yeah, at first I did, because I had to sit right in the fucking front, because, you know, apparently I was supposed to wait like 2 hours before or some shit. But I at a certain point, I just didn't care. I was just so glued to the film, and I was so
That's cool.
interested in what was going on. Like, I really didn't care.
That's
and
what a good
the
film will
exact
do to
same
you.
thing happened. Sorry?
I said that's what a good film will do to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the same thing that happened with like The Whale. Like I didn't sit straight up in the front, but I was in a seat where it's like this is not like ideally where I would be sitting, but The Whale was just I was just so sucked into The Whale. I was so enamored and so interested. It's like, and I actually almost cried watching The Whale. Like that's how emotionally distraught the film
Oh.
is. Yeah,
we
like
watch The
I don't want to
Whale?
hype it too much because again, like it's a very divisive
Coming
film.
out soon here. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yes.
I really want us to talk about The Whale at some point. I fucking loved it. I want it's out in the theaters near me, and like because I saw this like earlier at like an AMC theater because like for whatever reason it wasn't showing in my local theater. I honestly want to watch it again. So like if you guys want to talk about The Whale at some point,
Oh, yeah, of
let's
course we
do it.
will.
I really want to. Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Yep. Don't worry, I got it.
Quick.
So yeah, it's my turn. And so I've been mentioning that I'm going to be recommending these films at some point, and Luca did her thing with I Am Love, so fuck it. I'm just gonna do it with me this time. I'm recommending a double feature of anime romance films. I bet you can guess which ones. The first being Your Name, and the second being Weathering with You.
Hey.
Makoto
I'd be
Shinkai
happy to
Finally.
watch
romance anime films. Yeah,
Which I've never
so-
seen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mentioned in the
I'm-
first episode I was going to be recommending these movies, so and going to be doing
Well,
it.
here
now.
they are.
Yeah, here
Fulfilling
they
your
are.
promises.
Yeah. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, Luca, rewatching these because you made the video about comparing the two, and yeah, Jules, since you've never seen these, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts about them as well. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can finally see them.
yeah, now you have an excuse.
Yay.
Where would you be without me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Well, if you don't want to be spoiled for Your Name and Weathering with You, directed by Makoto Shinkai, watch them because we're gonna spoil them. It's apparently I'm just gonna be recommending anime films until I just don't feel like it anymore, but that's fine. That's just me, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Jasper, for coming on board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for having me. It was a fun little cute little time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so,
all right.
Thank you, everyone.
Come back for the Asterix discussion.
You.
Goodbye.
Yes. When you guys watch Asterix and Obelix, I'll be here.
What in the fuck is Asterix? I don't know what that is.
Nobody tell Timmy. Nobody tell Timmy.
Our brother is confused. He doesn't know.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Synecdoche. Happy Shrek.